So right now we are in Ridgewood, Queens. This is where I grew up. So I moved here when I was about 2 years old. I lived here until I was about 11 years old, and I have so many fun, vivid memories living here with my sister, being on this block. I was gonna say riding bikes, but we ain't have bikes. We would ride everybody else's bikes. But yeah, so we're gonna go to the house where I grew up. And then we are gonna head to the Boogie Down Bronx because that's where my life really changed. And if you can see the neighborhood, it was quiet just like this. You know, very family orientated, super quiet. So yeah, I have a lot of fun memories here. But we were kids, so we would just be out here, you know, playing with dirt and just, you know, hanging out. And in front of the house, there's a fire hydrant. So we would put the fire hydrant on and we would do your typical, you know, playing in the street with the fire hydrants, wetting the cars and doing fun things like that. We would always walk down this street to catch the bus down the block, hanging out with girlfriends right here behind the house, actually right through here. I actually had a bunch of cats. I know this is a random story, but I actually had a bunch of cats there that would live there, stray cats, baby cats. So that's where my love for animals came, because we couldn't have any pets, but my mom didn't know that I was taking food and feeding the cats. Oh my God. I cannot believe I'm here. This is crazy. Wow. I haven't been here in literally 30 years. This looks exactly the same. Wow. Oh, this looks fancy. This didn't look like this. It was, yeah, I lived in that apartment. I lived in 2R. And you know what? It's like, it feels so much smaller. Yeah, this was so big in my mind. Like, this hallway looked huge. It looks so different.
You used to run down these steps?
I used to run down these steps. We lived right there. And then this woman that I really, she moved here. She had a son and she would always cook. So I was always in her house. But wow, this looks so small, like so tiny compared to like when I grew up here. So when I lived here at this apartment building, I lived in this apartment here. My friend Janet lived on the other side. And Janet was the only child. She lived with her father, she lived with her grandmother, and she lived with her grandpa. So I never forget her coming here, and she had these Nikes on, these shoes, and she was like, "Ooh, look at my new colored Nikes." And I remember thinking, why don't I have those shoes? You know, so that's one of the funny memories I have about her walking here. She had these colorful Nikes, which was a big deal back then. And her pretty much kind of taunting me with her new shoes. But yeah, my mom was a single mom and she really couldn't, she couldn't afford everything that we wanted. You know, we were on public assistance but I mean, with all that said and done, I had a great childhood. I can't really think of, other than wanting certain shoes and certain clothes. As far as like my childhood growing up here, it was fun. I got my first Barbie house here. I was like, it was great. I really enjoyed living here. It was a nice neighborhood. I'm happy I came back.